Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is your daily go-getterism number 612 for June 6, 2016. Rest in peace, Mookie. My young boy who passed. My young boy who passed. And on 6/6/06, 21 years old. I don't know. Anyway, tonight I want to talk to y'all about hanging around with your enemies. Hanging around with your enemies. You know, in these days of social media, mixed in with the hip-hop culture, we embrace a whole lot of things that really don't make a lot of sense, but we try to make sense out of them anyway. The late, great Tupac Shakur was the first person that I ever heard say, keep your loved ones close and keep your enemies closer. I'm not saying that he was the first one to ever say that, but he was the first person that I ever heard say it. A lot of people have taken on that mantra over the years, and to me it never made any kind of sense. I mean, if you look at the way that Tupac, died, his enemies were definitely close to him. So what good is that doing for you? Now I realize that the logic behind it is supposed to be that you keep your enemies close so you can keep an eye on them to make sure that they're not doing you in. It still makes no sense to me. Because if your enemies are close to you, that means that they have access to you and they're close enough to be able to do you in up close. It's one thing if your enemies are far away from you and they have to find a way to get to you in order to destroy you, so to speak. But if they're right there in your circle, poisoning your water, being a cancer on your team, ruining things for you, biting your back out, stabbing you in the back, like, what's the point? Now, honestly, my personal feelings on the matter is that some people just like adversity. Some people really can't live without the drama. And that's actually what we're going to talk about tomorrow on the Daily Go-Getterism. We're going to talk about people who love the drama, who can't get away from that shit because it does something for them. That's their life. But tonight, we're talking about keeping your enemies, well, basically, hanging around your enemies. You hear people talk about it all the time on social media, how you know that certain people don't mean you any good, how they hating on you, they this, they that, and all of that. But you're right there with them. Oh, I know who my real friends are, or whatever, and that's why I treat certain people this way and certain people that way. To me, that's phony baloney. Because if you keep people around you that genuinely support you, and you are able to reciprocate that support, then that spells a stress-free life to me. Maybe not totally stress-free, but definitely devoid of all of the craziness that other people report. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to be around people that they know that don't like them, who don't mean any good by them, who mean them harm? It's a stressful situation, man. It really is. You around people. It's sort of like those mob movies when they have your closest friend do you in. You know what I'm saying? So you think you're going to go become a made man, but what's really happening is your friend is taking you to shoot you in the head or stab you in the back or cut your throat. And you know what? Before social media, we had regular media. So we had the movies and television and all of that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, those kinds of things have taught us how to act and how to be and what to portray. And some of us do it without even knowing that we're doing it. It needs to come to a stop, though. It needs to come to an end. Because it ain't doing nothing for you, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to be around people who fuel you with positivity, with joy, with hope for the future, with ambition, with love, with affection. That's who you need to be around with. Why would you want to hang around with people that you know are gonna say something bad about you to people, who are influential? Why would you want to hang around with somebody like that? Why would you want to hang around with somebody that wants to take your spot? Not take your spot by being ambitious and working hard so they can be as good or better than you, but they want to take your spot by eliminating you, making you look bad, defaming you, making you look bad in the eyes of the public and your friends and your family. They basically want to stand over you while you bleeding out. But they don't want to get blamed for it. They don't want to take the blame for it. They just want to be there, you know what I mean, silently laughing to themselves like, yeah, that's what he get. Yeah, that's what that motherfucker get. It ain't working. We can do better than that. Y'all know we can do better than that. So let's do better than that, man. Stop hanging around your enemies. I mean, I'm not even giving out no advice tonight. You know what I'm saying? Stop hanging with your enemies. And if you're the type of person that wants to hang around with your enemies and you don't want to make good by anything that's going on in your life, then that just means that you are a drama lover. But stop complaining. Stop coming around people like me and other people that share my like mind. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? People out here, look, we got grown men and women out here. People got kids. They got kids to raise. They have values and morals to instill in their children. You know what I mean? We trying to raise the next generation of babies to be better than we were, and the ones that are our peers, we're trying to waken them up and bring them into a greater light of consciousness. You know what I mean? We don't need all of that extra negative shit. Don't nobody want to hear all of that. Straight up and down, man. You know what I mean? Listen. Negative people should hang around with other negative people, and they can have a negative pity party. And positive people need to be around other positive people. When you mix positive and negative people together, you get a bunch of chaos, and you get a bunch of confusion, and you get a bunch of people, you know, thinking that life isn't good. And life can be as good as you make it. But you can't make your life good if you're filling your life full of people who are bringing you down. And if you hang around your enemies, talking about keep your friends close or your loved ones close and your enemies closer, you know what I mean? You keeping your enemies close enough to do you in. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, I'm going to tell you like this. Forget about that keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. Keep your friends close, your loved ones close, and keep your enemies on the West Coast. But only if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, then you keep your enemies on the East Coast. And you don't go visit them. Word to Christopher Notorious B.I.G. Wallace. You see what happened when he was from the East Coast. He went to the West Coast where his enemies were. I know it was an isolated incident, but we got to take heed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Mind Right and Body Better Fitness Program. Spring cleaning event. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. The hood is our health, baby. You know, we got to take each other seriously out here. The hood is our health. So everything that happens in the hood is good as long as it's healthy or is moving us closer to what healthy is. And health is, the greatest health is in here, under here, above here, in front of here, and back of here. I'm talking about your brain and your mind. Use that shit. Peace. Real peace too, you know. It's not just